off air. Oh, there you go.
All right. Hi, interesting start. I am Dorcas Whitecap, and this is the internal decision meeting for Callantyr. Today is the 22nd of May, 2017. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Dorcas Whitecap. I hope you can see my lovely banner below my face that has who and what and everything. Chandra made that for me. And now, here we go. I believe let us have other people introduce themselves. Uji, you're on the far left for me, so you go.
I am Ogawa Machijiro Ujimori, Herald, I guess a Herald at large, I guess, maybe. Wandering Herald up in the Canton of Axroot, and currently monitoring the YouTube stream of this meeting, and at this point it looks like we have no hiccups, so we are good to go.
All right, Gottfried?
I am Gottfried von Schwaben, Saker Herald. This is my nice little sign right now. Technical difficulties keep me from playing with the JPEG, but that's okay. Erstwhile Red Hawk, and once again Saker, and we're ready to roll.
Chandra?
Wait, does it take a bite?
Sorry.
I am Alexandra Vasquez de Granada, or Chandra, and I am currently Herald at Large, former Saker Herald. Wait, does it take a bite? Also, if you can't get into the Hangout itself and want to submit a comment on the YouTube page, that's why Uji is monitoring it.
Our guest,
Mahuan.
Mahuan.
Hey there, Mahuan Ruhan. I'm Herald in White Way, off in the East Kingdom, and just listening in to become more familiar with the commentary and decision process.
Welcome. Constantia.
Hi, I'm Constantia. I am Gold Falcon Emerita, and basically, hi. I am currently retired. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I am Deputy OP Clerk.
Oh, cool. That's new.
Yep.
Okay. Congratulations. Okay, well, I guess let's dive right in. We are, has everybody brought up the Callantyr internal letter dated 2017-04-30?
Yes.
Okay. Well, shall we just go directly to item number 1?
I see no reason not to.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything to add?
We might want to introduce which one we're looking at and for what group. In this case, what group or individual.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's happening. Sorry.
Group Canton of new device change. And please bear with me. I will make this public. This is the first time running this. So for me, first time running this for me. So, Axe Group, Canton of, new device change.
And the blazon?
Ghouls on a bend azure fimbriated, a double-bitted poleaxe bendwise, and in Canton Sinister, a laurel wreath ore.
Having lived in that group, this will probably get used a hell of a lot more often.
I think it's a beautiful device. I have a couple of artistic note problems, but they're artistic note problems. And for those people who lived in Axroot, probably making the fimbriation a little bit thicker and moving the laurel wreath down just a scotch so it's not so much up in the canton. Other than that, this is a beautiful device.
It is. The only question that I have, and really it's not much of one at all, is just putting it out there. Does anybody think that the thickness of the fimbriation or the absolute location of the laurel wreath going to be a issue at Laurel for a redraw? I don't think so. I think it'll be good enough. But does anybody else
get an artist note?
Yeah, if anything, I see more of an issue happening with the Thimbriation
And
compared to the laurel wreath, because it's in Canton, like it's blazoned in Canton.
right.
I can deal with it wedged up in the corner. But
I mean, like I said, this is artist note territory. One side
I personally would not stop it at this
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah, I would write in the write up on the ELOI. Kingdom recommends slight placement of the laurel wreath. Feed the Thimbriation some cookies.
I will say one of the
and be sure to use a brighter yellow when in use. But that's it.
One of the one side of the Thimbriation is actually smaller than the other. But that
it is. Yeah, the lower one is a little bit.
It's a little small. But again, that's an artist note. So
I wouldn't hold this submission back personally.
send that up.
Okay.
I'm good with sending it up.
Yep. I'm okay. We are
And it
good
makes
on
me
that.
really happy that as simple as this is, there's no conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the blue on red is what does it.
Yep.
And the Thimbriation. I mean, that's not a huge motif. I mean, more people are starting to use it. But yeah, no, it's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, usually I've seen it used as someone who wants to get a skirt around the color on color rule.
Yeah.
But here it makes sense because their previous major colors were red and yellow. And
Right.
somebody is feeding back into chat with audio. 'Cause I'm
Uji?
hearing myself.
It's either Uji or Dorcas.
I am not saying anything.
Okay, let me mute my mic real quick.
All right.
Yep, that went away. Because, Uji, you don't have a headset, so that would be why.
Oh,
Yep.
I have to get me a headset. Okay, for future reference. Are we ready to move on to number 2?
I am happy with that, yes.
Okay, item number 2, Axel Sjalfason, new name change. The old item is Vimander Sjalfason is to be retained as an alternate name. We have documentation.
Okay.
Although Frida is also really good at pulling out non-photocopy sources.
Yep, I would replace what's there with hers.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's a good point when I turn this into an external. It should probably be under the well.
Nope, the way Oscar does it, this is how it goes in.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it automatically figures itself out what it's attached to.
Okay.
Which is why you put in what the old name is.
right. Okay. Yeah, we can discuss this offline.
Yeah.
Gottfried and I are both learning our jobs.
Well, Gawain is white. That's how it is. Right. That's how it used to be. So.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of wondering why it came up as it did. But okay, if it does it this way now, welcome to Oscar 2.zip.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah,
It's like
Welcome to Oscar
1.7.
1.98.
All right. So anyway, I have a note in here to saying to use Frida's documentation instead, or to be sure and add Frida's documentation, because that's something else that we discussed offline. The issue of the form says one thing, and now we're putting something different in Oscar, and let's talk about that offline. But I do want to talk about that because that's a question I have.
As far, I am seeing concerns about a legacy submission on this one with Sjalfason.
It is yourself.
Right,
It's son of
exactly.
yourself.
So
It's already registered to him as well.
Yeah, so it's basically swapping out one for the other. I think we're fine. And it's beyond our pay grade anyway. I would move it up.
He's literally just changing his given name. His
Yep.
surname is not changing, so there should be no issue at all.
Yep. So push it up.
All right, so I'm just making sure I have the notes that I use Frida's documentation on ELOI. All right, next, I'm ready to move along. Okay, number 3, Brian Robert McDougall, a new badge, 2 arrows inverted in saltire ore, conjoined in base with a broken claymore, argent hilted sable.
It is clear of special forces, technically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. That being said, I don't know. I'm not sure how evocative. Yeah, it's clearly evocative because how many? There are 3 people who have commented on it. So.
And to be fair, Maddock retired Air Force. Okay, 2 of the 3 military.
Yeah. So.
Well, you know that Brian was a Marine.
Yeah. So
Okay.
He probably did this.
Probably where he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the question of whether this is clear or not,
It's
whether
clear.
it is too evocative, that is above our pay grade.
It totally is.
Also, exactly how they want to blazon that.
By the way, blazon through, we need to decapitalize Claymore. It's currently capitalized.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Okay.
So that needs to be, the caps need to be removed on that one.
Don't cap
Uncap Claymore.
anymore.
And
Any
as
notes
far
as well?
as this is a broken sword, we determined that in the badge for his brother Matherin. This is blazoned. This is correctly blazoned as a broken sword, and if it's a specific sword type, but it's a broken sword.
I do have concerns that we can't see the broken part, but again,
Yeah, I was just about to say something on that.
It almost looks like they're surmounting in an odd sort of way.
Well, and as Sea Stag mentions, it basically seems issuant from the saltire.
And actually, that's probably better.
Is issuant
because with when I see broken claymore, I would expect to see not only the bottom half, but where's the top half?
Actually,
off
no.
Somewhere.
Actually, no. From
Really?
the stick, a half of a sword that is broken off jagged. We can't see the jagged, but we determined this from Matherin's badge. We looked all over the place for how do you blazon just a piece of a sword, and the correct blazon term is a broken sword.
Okay, I
if
sit
there's
corrected.
if there's all of the pieces are there, like in Matherin's device, he's got both pieces. The sword is fracted.
Okay.
Yes, so this is the correct blazon term, and changing Claymore to not be a capital C. And you really think we need to change the blazon to be something about issuant, or shall we let Wreath do that?
Wreath can change it anyway.
Well, yeah.
So I would say change to issuant, just because I don't know how else to blazon this.
Issuant from base?
Well,
2 arrows inverted in saltire.
I mean, that's what you're saying?
Something.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say issuant from base because it's not really coming
Issuant
from
to
the
base?
bottom. It's coming from the middle down.
True. Issuant to base?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Something even more basic. Is this fieldless or is it argent? Can't be argent.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
I mean, it would.
This is fieldless. It's got
It has to be fieldless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
has to be fieldless.
Especially
all
with all the metal.
together.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we definitely have to catch that one too. I missed it.
Thank you, Gottfried.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm making a note.
Glad we caught it now.
And this is why we need newbie herald. This is why newbie heralds in these meetings are a bonus, because they catch those things.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay, so Gottfried, I assume that you are taking your own notes, because I'm definitely taking notes.
I am. I've got it on a Word doc to the side, and yeah, we can compare.
Okay, so are we going to try and say issuant? Because I don't know from what. I say we leave it.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm sitting there going, conjoined in base with, it rolls off the tongue easier. And usually if it rolls off the tongue easier, that's the more correct blazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could almost see like half a dozen different ways to actually describe this that wouldn't technically be incorrect. So,
yeah,
issuant may be a thing that happens, but
it could be beyond our
let's let Reith have it.
Let's let Reith have it. Okay. So my notes. All right. I'm ready to move on. Are people ready to move on?
Yes.
All right. Number 4. Gaius Flavius, not Glavius, Primus Auxilius, new name and new device. So let us talk about his name first.
Yes.
Bless Ursula. Bless Pamphlet.
Palimpsest?
Yeah.
That work?
Palimpsest.
Palimpsest.
It's an unusual cognomen, but I trust her on these.
Yeah.
Anything Roman and anything Greek, palimpsest. Just.
Yep.
Also, he wants to drop Primus. If he can have Auxilius, he only stuck Primus in there because he sort of wants a classical Roman name, although this is very late to be classical, but he wanted a 3-part name, so he is not interested in Primus.
So drop it and mention it.
Yep.
Because it's mentioned in the docs. So
Yep.
Right.
And just say because Auxilius was able to be documented per the submitter, we are dropping Primus.
Right. Per submitter's wishes.
Yep.
And in fact, that is what I put in. Right. There's the note. Submitter goes by the cognomen.
Yep.
And if Auxilius can be documented, submitter would prefer to drop the cognomen Primus. So, yeah.
That's easy enough. And send that one up. That one's ready to go.
I agree.
Device, though.
Yeah, that device. Are we ready to talk about the device? Anybody have anything more to say about
that? That is, unfortunately, because of the...
Anything more to say about the name?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Now we are moving on to the device.
Aside from the conflict with no permission to conflict, unfortunately, we have to send this one back for more work.
Yeah. There are a couple of... Modar gave a couple of different possible solutions to it. But if none of those are amenable to the submitter.
Neither of which are pleasing to the submitter.
So
then
it has to go back for more.
It's got to go back.
Sadly.
Right. I showed him Modar's suggestions, and he says he's got to think about it. He knows for certain that he wants the red gemstone in the middle, and he wants the gurges to be black and gold.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, when I showed him, he said, "How did that border get on there?" Well, he said, "How'd that border get on there?" It's like, I sent you anyway. So he never wanted the red border in the first place. But removing the border isn't going to clear. It'll clear one conflict, but create it.
Fall right into another. Yep.
Yep.
So. So he is thinking, and he is consulting with the person who helped him design this, who's not a herald, and that's okay, because what came out was not a horrible design, so we don't care that the person's not a herald. What we care about is, sorry, there are conflicts.
Yes.
Okay, so this is me noting that officially. Okay, return for conflict. Okay. And I will tell you that I'm willing to take point on the follow-up because he is a client of mine. So I just happened to see him at fighter practice last week, and so who knows if he will be at fighter practice this week. But we agree that the gemstone, we need to feed the gemstone.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to move on to item number 5?
Number 5.
All right.
Number 5.
Giselle de la Fontaine, her badge, because her name is in, it's in process a couple of letters previous to this. So her name and device.
Right.
All right. So her badge, fieldless, a spider argent maintaining a fountain.
I love this device.
You're welcome.
God, that's
This
pretty.
is filled with.
Oh yeah,
camp.
this was your doing, isn't it, Uji?
It was.
This is beautiful.
This was my, yeah. Her device and her device and her badge are both my doing, because we were talking about this, and she had mentioned the spiders, and I'm like, you know what you could do?
Right.
Fountain, done.
Yeah, and the canting's just brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do need to fix the capital I in fieldless. Otherwise, send this forward.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Fix
Perfect.
typo. F-I-E-L-D-L-E-S-S. All right, we got that.
And if there are no other conflicts, send this puppy up. This one's beautiful.
Yep.
It's not beautiful. It has a spider. Can we move
Spiders are awesome.
She likes spiders.
Spiders are awesome.
She has spiders and bats.
Yeah.
And she got it registered just in time. Got it submitted just in time to move.
Right.
Oh yeah, she
Nice.
doesn't live in Palantir anymore.
Oh.
But she submitted from Palantir, so
Well, she was still living here when she submitted.
she was.
Yes,
That
that
is
is sometimes an issue.
That is the point. She was.
Was a residence at time of submission.
Yes.
Okay, are we ready to move on to number 6?
Yep.
I would say so.
Yes.
All right. Hoffer Thorolfer. New name. We have all documentation is from Gearbossi.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a tongue
This is-
twister to say that a couple of times, but.
Yeah, but when you get down to it, this is an awesome Norse name. I
It
mean,
really is.
the by name is like so spot on. It's I love it.
Yeah. Send it up.
All right. All right. And item 7. Halfgrimmer Hofrecki, new name and device. First, let's talk about the name.
Oh, okay.
The name works for me.
I was
Yeah, I am amazed y'all were able to find an
Yeah, it's
Storm Tossed.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
awesome.
that's really, really awesome.
I can't believe I missed that.
Well,
Yeah.
and
I was like,
this is all
Holgrimmer. I was like, I know a guy by that name.
yes, you do. This is her
Yes,
call.
you do.
The thing about the Hofrecki part, this was suggested by somebody, I can't remember who, but I have the email on the SCA Herald's list. Somebody suggested that.
Bless
Perfect.
them.
Yes.
Right. Give that person a cookie.
Lots of cookies.
'Cause
Yes.
this one's been a long time coming.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I do have to say, Dorcas is the queen of the age-old registration.
You know, he came to me. He came to me, but of course I'm out there at consulting tables all the time, and yes, I do happen to say to people, "Oh, sir, somebody, is your name registered?" Yeah.
So send that name up.
Yeah, that's so
That's
great.
badass.
I love it.
Okay. So his device, or a peacock close conturney tail elevated sable. yes, a peacock is a poultry-shaped bird, but I'm hoping that the fact that a peacock has those feathers, that crest,
Yeah.
plus this peacock has its tail up. So
send it up and let them decide, because I would love for a clarification on that.
The legless quail is just messing with my brain, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's called dinner, okay?
Yes.
But right. I mean, like someone should put that. Just no. Legless quail.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it again. I have no problems putting it forward, but I seem to remember at one time there was a difference between a peacock and a quail, just because it's poultry shaped, but it's the tail. The tail says it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and anyways, it'd be good to get a
precedent.
I did go back and double check against just looking for dunghill cock, because quite frankly, the kind of turkey that you draw in second grade by tracing around your hand, or rooster that you draw in second grade by tracing around your hand, sure, I can see that it would conflict with some bird with a tail that can be elevated, but there aren't any registered.
Yeah, I would send this one up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
well beyond our pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Palantir, the kingdom of test cases.
No, that would be Caillou.
Okay, so we've got double check the precedents, and what was the other?
Let's just send it up. We're hoping for the best based on the tail and crest on the peak, the crest on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Note.
That name just tickles me. Like I have no connection to this submission whatsoever, but that's like, this is really just one of those that's just.
It's pretty awesome.
I will tell you that he said that he documented the name a long time ago, and if he had submitted it a long time ago when we were a lot more relaxed about the lingua anglica,
he would have gotten it.
Oh,
he could have had Halfgrim storm tossed
like that.
Now he's got to go for Halfgrim or Halfreki. So, yeah, if they'd given the lingua anglica storm toss, that would be so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Either way, though, it has a nice cadence to it, though.
Mm-hmm. It does.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and since he's a laurel for Norse research, I don't think he should have anything with the lingua anglica.
Standards, damn it! Standards.
I'm staying out of this one.
My opinions. I has them.
Given that I used lingua anglica to get Greek fire, so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Are we ready to move on to number 8?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Kedivor ep Gwillem resub his name and a new device. Okay, first for the name. He wanted a patronymic, and it's like, oh, sure, we can do this.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Looks good to me.
Too easy, and the dates are good. Yeah.
It's Welsh.
It's Welsh.
There aren't enough vowels.
Well, we could throw in a couple of Y's if you want.
A couple extra W's too.
Just see.
Just
W is not a vowel.
It is in Welsh.
I know, that's the problem.
Okay, so the name send up.
Yep.
No changes, no comments, no issues.
Mm-mm.
No.
All right. So the device, Purpure, a pile vert fimbriated argent. Now, the commentary, I am inclined to agree with commentary that this is not actually a pile. Neither is it a chevron.
Yeah, it's that weird in between both thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
so, I showed him Modar's renditions, and he thought the pile was more narrow than he preferred, and he came back with the one that I posted.
Right. My only complaint about that PNG is we could give the fimbriation just a tiny bit more chow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I will ask my heraldic artist to give that fimbriation just a tiny bit more chow.
If you can find period examples of of tutor using that particular width being wider than typical, that would be a bonus.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What?
Yes, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
I will say that everybody is looking at the pick deck where Bruce mentions the tutor pile was wider.
Then include the link.
Yeah.
And the text.
Yeah.
Slap it in there.
Okay, let me make sure I get that in my notes.
Toss in that Brucey goodness.
Sorry.
Oh, God. Those of us having met the man.
No cookie.
And the entire hangout went down.
In a blaze of fire.
Uji, he is a very kindly professor type.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of...
Although nothing is funnier than hearing him read a scroll text written in lolcat.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
That was also your doing, wasn't it?
Oh.
Maybe.
I mean, I've heard the one scroll in Swedish Chef.
No, this one we didn't get video.
Anyways, we should probably have this discussion later. We're in the middle of decisions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're still going with it as a pile, but we're just the notes will annotate that it is tutor width.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is a pile. What is the better blazing? Because this is pile
Throughout.
Yes.
Fimbriated throughout.
It's not a pile throughout fimbriated. It's a pile fimbriated throughout.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm adding that to my notes. This is a pile fimbriated throughout. And make fims wider. Thicker. Okay. And if I do, I will get his okay. We will get okays on absolutely every whip stitch. So the submitter will approve all the changes we're making.
Right.
Do I need to drop these into new submission forms since the changes that we're making are pretty significant?
It would probably be best because that way there'll be at some point there'll be no question whatsoever that the submitter and Laurel say, yeah, we got his blessings, we're good to go. It shouldn't be that much of a PETA.
Yeah, most of the time, as long as you say you got permission.
Yep.
If the forms don't exactly match, as long as you have a form uploaded with it.
Yep.
Okay, so there's two separate questions.
Okay.
We already know that we have his permission, and I'm going to get the permission even for the tiny change in the thickness of the fimbriation. I'm going to get his permission. So that's one question. Right. In fact, it's not a question. We already know the answer. The question is, should I make a new form or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. There's the note. Make a new form.
Yep, and also include in the note that you still got permission because they will double check the ILOI version and the ELOI version.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We got bit with that once.
Yep.
Right. Okay, I think I've got that. Number 9. Are we ready to move on to number 9?
Yes.
I'd say so.
All right, Magmore, Barony of, new order name. The Award of the Anchor.
By the way, I'm really happy that Magmore is registering all of their awards.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was kind of my impetus on them. My plan was to work a barony at a time, but well, I got stuck on them because they had so many too.
So yeah, they have they're just freaking going balls to the wall on this.
Yeah, because they had a question of most of them aren't documentable by their name, so they're like, well, how do we do it? I said, well, register them in English, and on your award scroll say colloquially or locally known, also known as what they're called.
Well, in another language is perfectly
brilliant.
acceptable on an award scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the name, the Award of the Anchor.
Looks good to me.
Yep. Yeah. I wonder why, Chandra.
Odd did all the documentation. I just provided the, hey, it would be a good idea if you.
Yeah.
Actually, it was His Excellency who
did the
prompted Her Excellency to ask me.
Awesome. Yeah, this is ready to go, especially with the medieval secular order names. And if they really wanted to get to it, they could look at order names based off of some other things as well.
Yeah.
But this works.
At this point, if you have a question on an award name, talk to Odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she did a lot of the footwork.
Yeah, she did all of the footwork.
Yep.
Good. Forgotten Sea is running into a couple of stumbling blocks. So, okay. We will turn to her as a resource. Ready for number 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Another Barony of Magmore new order name. Award of the Aurochs of Magmore. So the word Aurochs exists in Old English and Old Germanic and
it's a
Old
charge.
Norse and
well, right, since ox came from aurochs. Yeah, because ox is a charge, but not necessarily aurochs. But
give me a moment.
Hold on.
you're very, very intent.
Yes.
I love Rohis's research.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've got nothing else. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even if it's from Wikipedia, I might add Rohis's research.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a starting point for other commenters to bounce off of.
Yep.
And I would even leave, put, yes, we know Wikipedia is not the best source, but it collaborates the other stuff we've got.
And I think it's hilarious that Gawain typed it.
He censored it.
Some possibly pertinent info. W ******** A.
Oh, it is a bad word in
It's a bad
Heraldese,
word
right?
in Heraldese.
All right. So we're number 10. We're just going to send it up.
Yep.
With the addition of Rohis's.
Yep.
Yes.
Include Rohis's commentary. Comments. Okay. Okay. Number 11. What?
I was just gonna, Matthew, if you have anything pertinent to say, feel free to pipe up too.
Understood. I'm mostly just appreciating the patter and figuring out how the rhythm of these things go.
Cool.
Okay.
And this is my first time running one of these, so who knows if it'll be the same next time you join. Okay, number 11, Barony of Magmore, new order name, Order of the Heart of Magmore.
Send this. Yeah, this one's ready to go.
The only question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gottfried.
I was going to say, yeah, the only thing I'm looking at as for documentation and everything else, hey, we're good. I'm reading odds. I don't know why brain not function, but I'm reading odds comment and I'm going, I don't understand what you're saying.
She's fixing a typo.
Yep.
The word "the" is missing.
Yeah.
So we'll find it.
You'll fix it. It'll be fine.
Yep, we will find it. Okay. So yes, send up, fix odds typo.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, number 12. Magmore Barony of new heraldic title. Is it a heraldic title?
Adjusted to an award. That was
not.
a typo.
Okay.
Right.
They're right next to each other, and my mouse slipped, apparently.
Okay. Title. Okay. So, Order of Gwyneth's Harp. I love this.
Yeah, I do too. And it still fits within the order names. For example, they've got...
yeah, this is exactly one they've been given as it is.
Yeah. Like, they've got Saint plus place name. Ironically, St. George with the pelican is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, and I think there was actually recently...
Prisoner's Iron, which is France. Sorry.
Well, and I think there was a recently an order of like a saint's beard or something like that.
A saint's object of reverence is very common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send this one up. This is awesome.
Totally is. Okay. But with the change, it's an order, not a title.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna get that fixed. Number 13. Tadric O'Dougal. New name and new device. So the name first. He's like 15 and he's moving out of Kingdom. He hasn't left yet, but he is moving out of Kingdom and he really wanted to get this started before he moved.
Well, I am very sad because he has a great eye.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I will point out that this was a consult at Clothier's, and we made use of Giovanni's whiteboards.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So, which for future reference, if anybody watching this wants to know, Giovanni laminated. He printed out some escutcheons and he laminated them, and he brought dry erase markers in all the right colors. And so here's just a big 8.5 by 11 escutcheon to draw on, which is good. You know, all the little doodle sheets, the little escutcheons on the back of a doodle sheet, that's good too. But this is also cool, and we definitely made use of that.
And he also lists the colors in 2 separate lines, the colors from the metals, so that you can point at them.
Yep.
And it's the important part for anyone listening is the heavy lamination.
Yeah.
The thinner lamination will end up keeping ink
and staining horribly.
Yep.
Okay. Heavy
and just not holding up. Honestly.
If I want to go and make some of my own, that's the trick. Heavy lamination. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, heck, even like my blue card, I had one time with the heavy lamination, and yeah, that thing stood up like a champ.
Okay.
So with the name, I have no problems with it.
Mm-mm.
Old English and Irish.
They are less than 300 years apart. I double and triple checked. Cena appendix. What is that? C.
Yes.
Lingual mixes.
Lingual's good. Lingual mix is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Okay, so the names send up. Okay, the device.
The device is amazing.
Yeah, that device is awesome.
Only 4 devices that have 2 purple crosses. Really?
And Tau crosses are also I have never seen. They are very rare. Also.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're very hard to find even for jewelry and for paternosters. They're very period, but they're impossible to find.
They're not. They don't get a CD from other crosses, but still, just having them instead of a planar. Yeah. What about the blazon foo? Do we want to include? All right, so the blazon is quarterly ore and azure, in bend 2 Tau crosses per pure. Shall we keep the in bend or?
Yes, because technically they could be in pale because it's a neutral field.
Or in fess. Or anything else. Anything except for bend sinister.
Okay, so if nothing else, note keeping.
My notes just say send up.
Oh yeah.
And if Laura wants
send
to
up
mix it, or if Reef wants to.
Right. No changes to the blazon, no changes to the anything. Just
nope.
Yeah.
Send it up.
And well, no. The only thing I was going to do is put in a note saying commentary suggested because of the default, but because it's a neutral field.
Okay.
That way, there's no question that we didn't consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
sure. All right. Are we ready to move on to the last one, number 14?
Yes.
All right. Ulfr Thorgrimsson, resub device.
Yes.
So we know that the redraw was done with the submitter's permission. Does that mean that we can assume that he doesn't care which way the Arandi is spinning?
He doesn't. I'm the one who did the redraw.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter.
No.
Well,
By
right.
precedent.
The conflict and all of that, it doesn't matter. But the fact is, this is drawn very differently from his original. But if he's cool with the direction of the Arandi, then that's what I care to. That's what I want to explicitly.
Yeah, because this is going to be what's in the OP.
Right. Right.
Who's breathing heavily into their mic?
All right. So then the question of these double treasure being rather thin line. So Uji, you made a new one. Do we care that the internal treasure is thinner than the external one? Do we care?
As a matter of fact, that's how I think I've seen double treasures before. Even looking at Scotland when they split it up, I seem to recall seeing the external treasure being thicker than the internal.
Because it's drawn to fill the space.
Right.
Okay. And technically, from how I built it, they are the same size because I literally took the outline and shrunk the outline to fit down.
Yeah, and that's what I did with the redraw. Is I drew the Arandi and then shrunk the outline, shrunk it again to form the first one, and then took the outer part of the double treasure and shrunk that in.
Yeah,
but I can certainly thicken it up a little bit if it's really an issue.
The redraw images that I like are wonderful.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the thumbnails that were put in originally with this resubmission. Sorry, but I am going directly to Uji's redraw, which I think ought to be the ones that we send up.
Yes.
And if he is happy with that, awesome.
So yes, so we have. Okay.
Although if we're redrawing it anyways and we want to flip it so it matches his original, that'd not be a big deal.
All right, so we need to who's going to take point on making absolutely 100% sure that he is okay with Uji's redraw and, flipping the direction of the Widdershin or of the Arandi or not.
Uji, send me your final copy, and since I've been communicating with him, I'll just send it to him and say, hey, just wanted to double check this is what you want.
Okay. Just shoot me the email address that you want those sent to, and I can get those over to you.
Okay. I'm not sure I have your email. I'll put mine in chat.
Okay.
Okay, so that's really my only note. Send up with Uji's redraw, and Chandra will take point on basically making sure that he is okay with all of the changes we're making. And so that was, all the commentary started with Rory's comment about Girani, Arandi, Widdershins, and blah, blah, blah. I think he had a good point that it changed the direction of the Arandi, but, as far as conflict and difference, and fine, there was none. Just so the submitter is cool with the changes that we're making. Oh, also, The blazon. I'm looking at Green Anchor's comment about Modar's reblazon. So where's Modar's blazon?
I didn't see. I was looking for that. I didn't see a Modar's reblazon.
Okay, right. He didn't make a reblazon. He didn't blazon.
No.
Change. No.
I'm thinking he meant, instead of reblazon, I'm thinking he meant re-emblazon, and attributed the redraws that Uji did to Modar based on position.
Yes, that's what I think. Okay. All right, so my notes. Okay. Well, so that's the whole letter. I am going to go through my notes and see if I got everything. And Saker, since you were taking notes as well,
Right.
let's read my notes and then we'll read your notes and hope that they go together. And in the future,
Right.
maybe only one of us will take notes.
Well, maybe. It's good. I think it's kind of
Yeah.
good because you may capture things that I miss, and vice versa.
Yep. All right. So here are my notes. Number one, oh great. I've got the little notes that say DC. Is that device change? Yes, that is device change.
Device change. Yes.
An artist note maybe for thickness of the fimbriation and the placement of the wreath. Otherwise, send it up. Right? Okay.
Check. No.
Okay.
Yep.
Number two, the name change. Send it up with and include Frida's documentation on the external letter. Don't dump off the doc that came with it, but include Frida's. Okay, number three, the badge. Take out the capital C out of Claymore. Make sure that the blazon shows that this is a fieldless badge. Any other questions are above our pay grade. Number four, the name. Drop the cognomen Primus per submitter request and just forward it with Gaius Flavius Auxilius. Do we need to make a new submission form, Chandra?
No.
Okay. No new form. Okay.
He did
That's
mark that he was
exactly-
okay with changes, yes?
Right. Yes. He started out with that.
Okay, good.
Okay. Number four, the device. We are returning it for the conflict, and Dorcas is taking point. That's me. Okay. Number 5B, the badge. Number 5, the badge. Fix the typo and make it fieldless, not what? Feldless? All right. Those pesky fingers. 6, name, send it up. 7, name, send it up. 7, device, send it up. Number 8, our name resub, just send it up. 8, the device, include in the documentation, include a link to the PicDic that says the tutor pile is wider. Make sure the blazon shows that this is a pile fimbriated throughout. I will get my artist to redraw it with thicker fimbriations, and we do need to make a new form and get the submitters okay for making the fimbriations thicker, because he okayed the picture that's there, but we're going to tweak it, so I'll get his okay again. Number 9, the name, send it up. 10, the name, send it up and include Rois's comments. 11, and send it up, fix Audiana's typo. Number 12, change it to an order, not a heraldic title. 13, name, send it up. 13, device, send it up. 14, device resub, send it up with Uji's redraw, and Chandra will take point.
Yep, and Chandra, I did send those files over to you.
Okay.
So hopefully you should be getting those relatively soon.
Okay, so Gottfried, do you want to go through your notes?
I've got to duck out for dinner. Thanks again for letting me eavesdrop on your discussion. Hopefully I will be able to actually contribute productively in the future. Yes.
Thank you for joining.
My dinner time messenger. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay. Mine are basically one axe root cantana device change, note thin fimbriation wreath placement pass. Axle name change, include Frida's Docks pass. Brian Robert McDougall badge, don't cap claymore broken sword fieldless pass. So I mean, basically, it's exactly the same thing that you had down the line. We got it good. But I've got Gaius name pass, device conflict return. Giselle, nice badge, fix the blazon pass. Hoffer Thorolfer, nice name pass. Hofgrimmer, nice name pass. Device, double check precedence note, peacock versus quail. Kedivore, name pass. Device, redraw fimbriated throughout. Tutor pile needs to be noted. Pick, dick, link, and go. Magmore, all the award names. All the award names are pass. Odds comments to the missing word on the Order of the Heart, Magmore, and include Rohisa's commentary on Aurochs. Yeah, we're right there.
Yay.
So you've got the note for the number 14?
14, go with redraw, pass Chandra to follow up with the client.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So if anything, it's a temporary pin until we get the green light, and then but it's a go.
Okay. Well, all right. Do we are we still live when we set the date of the next meeting, or do we close the broadcast?
We're usually live, yeah.
Okay. So my calendar shows that the fourth Monday in June is the 26th of June.
Okay.
So, all right. So join us at 7 p.m. Central Time on June 26th. And I guess we're done. So thank you for joining us for the Callantir internal decision meeting. And see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Okay. Bye. And